Hi everybody, hi YouTube family. I'm so happy to be posting another video for you all today. So what I wanted to do kind of was just give you an update of what's been going on while I haven't posted a video in like 5 months. A lot of you asked me within the first month or two that you didn't see a video, like, are you gonna keep up with your channel? Are you gonna keep posting videos? And yes, I am. Let me start from the beginning. When I first started my channel, I really wanted it to be like perfect. I wanted it to be exactly what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be different than what I had seen, and I had this specific vision in my head for it. And I got advice from a lot of different people around the time that I was like, okay, I really want to actually do this and make it happen. And one of the most relevant pieces of advice I got was, don't wait for it to be perfect, because perfection, you never really achieve perfection. You continue to evolve and get better, but perfection doesn't exist. So I was like, that's great advice. And I did go ahead and start, and I'm glad I did at that point. But I was not able to kind of do the things that I wanted to do with it at that point. And I think that one thing that really kind of restrained me was that I wanted everything to be perfect. And sometimes that just wasn't the ideal thing. So for example, when filming, I wanted to only film in the sunshine. I didn't have any lighting at that point, professional lighting and whatnot, but I wanted to post good quality videos. So, like I bought a camera, but it wasn't the camera that I really wanted. And then I ended up just taking it back and getting what I wanted anyway. Another kind of same scenario was that I only wanted to film in the natural light, and so I would only be able to film when the sun was out, but that limited me very significantly because I worked Monday through Friday 8 to 5, and you guys, when is the sun out in Raleigh, North Carolina? From 8 to 5 pretty much. When it's February and March especially, the sun goes down by the time it's like 6, and I would get home around 6 or even later some days. So I was working during those hours, and I feel like there are a lot of people out there that really want to do this and be good at it. So I feel like kind of sharing my struggles and sharing kind of advice on what to do and what not to do, or maybe not, I'm not at the point to give advice. Let me reword that. Sharing my story and what I went through when I initially started my channel will be helpful for someone else. So that was something so I really wanted the structure. I really wanted my channel to have structure because in the past, like watching other YouTubers and other YouTube videos, I would be like, I've watched 5 videos in a row and I really like your channel, and I don't even know when another video is gonna come out, and you haven't posted anything, you haven't had to upload in 6 months. So I'm disappointed. So that was something from a personal view that I didn't want for anyone that got invested in my channel, I didn't want that to happen to you all. So I wanted to really be able to stick to this strict schedule. Starting out though, literally the very first video, because I was by myself in my very first video, but one of the very first videos that I ever recorded, you guys never even got to see because I didn't have the proper equipment that I needed at the time to process that video. This was one of the things that I was am really passionate about doing with my channel, and I was really disappointed. I realized during the interview, I was really passionate about being able to interview other YouTubers, and I really wanted it to be a platform for other YouTubers to expand their channel and expand their reach and expand their grasp. Other YouTubers as well as entrepreneurs, developers, influencers, anything of that nature. So I had this really great interview with this gentleman, and y'all, I couldn't have written a script for this interview any better than what it turned out. This was the best interview that I have done up to far, because I've only done 3. But even if I had done 500 interviews, this probably would still be one of the best interviews that I had done. This this gentleman that I spoke with, and maybe at some point I'll get to speak with him again, or do a take two, but he was very knowledgeable, and just like the conversation was genuine and not forced, and that's kind of what you want when you're interviewing someone. That's what you hope will happen. And so I realized during the interview that I wasn't gonna be able to use this footage. And so I started filming on my phone because it was more clear. The quality of the phone, it was a iPhone SE. The quality of the video on the phone was pretty good. Y'all, I got like 2 minutes of footage on my phone from that interview, and you can't really even hear him in the interview, and it's just heartbreaking to when I got done filming that interview, I didn't even listen to the footage because I knew it was gonna be crap. So that was disheartening. So I got about 2 minutes of footage on my phone from that interview, from this fantastic interview. And then I realized that my phone had ran out of storage. By then, it had already not been recording for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. So I lost, that's not even documented. Yeah, I switched over to my camera at that point, and the footage was crappy, of course. But this was one of the best interviews. It went on we spoke for at least 45 minutes to an hour, maybe more. And it was amazing. And I really wish that people would have been able to hear what he was saying, because this individual was very motivating and inspirational, and just someone that, someone that I would really love to share with you all. And I didn't have the opportunity to do that because I didn't have what I needed, and I was moving hastily. So although, I'm glad that I did start when I started, I do have some things here and there that I'm like, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have done it this way. And that's definitely one of those things. But I really wanted to get those interviews rolling. I wanted to share especially him, share him with you all, and share other YouTubers, and really kind of be reflective of the community of YouTubers and young entrepreneurs, young creative minds in general. I wanted to really be able to share that. And that's something that I want to make sure that I get back into. Stepping away from what was going on specifically with my channel, in my life in general, life got crazy. Like around that time, like when I started my YouTube channel in February, literally like March, April, June for me in my life was hectic. I was at a job and I didn't particularly care for it anymore, and I quit my job in the spring of this year, and I was, so I was at my job, had been there for nearly a year, and I was like, this isn't going anywhere for me. It could have turned into something, but I didn't want it to because I wasn't enjoying myself. And so I started thinking about other options. I started wanting to quit my job, wanting to go back to school. Maybe I still might go back to school. I still kind of want to, or think that it might be a good idea for me. But I am at a different job at this point. So I quit my job around that point. I was just doing a lot. I was in a relationship that ended around that time in March. And amongst other things, I moved in April, and then I moved again in May, and then I moved again at some other point in May. I think I was kind of living out of I had a job where I was living on a college campus, and then my parents' house was nearby, so I was kind of living out of multiple places. And I moved again a week ago, and now I'm in this lovely apartment that I'm literally in love with. And I've been busy since then, starting a new job, decorating my apartment, getting everything I need for my apartment, and just dealing with new people in my life and new situations. And everything about my life right now, though, I'm in love with. I feel like I'm in a really nice place right now, figuratively and literally. But I am just trying to really get on track. I feel like never really got off track, but I do feel like I got away from certain things that I wanted to, that I was passionate about, like creating content for my channel, really like developing my skills there. That was another thing. The job that I was in, I wouldn't expect for any corporate job to be like, oh yeah, sure, we'll support you 100%. What do you need for your YouTube channel? Can we get you anything for that? Send us the link, we'll post it on our Facebook. Like, I wouldn't expect that, of course, but they specifically didn't cater to me wanting to start this channel. After I posted, I think my second video, my boss, I had a meeting with my boss for something else unrelated, and after the meeting, she helped me back and she told me, I see that you have this thing going on, and just be careful that you're, using your work time wisely, and some other things. And I was kind of like taken aback by that, because that's not related. But so that happened, and that was another thing that I was like, okay, I don't want to feel creatively constrained by my job. So and any other job that, I haven't discussed this with my job currently, but if they did their research on me anyway, like they were supposed to, then they should know about my YouTube channel. Maybe not, I don't really know. It doesn't matter. It's not really relevant, but I digress. So yeah, that was another thing. And I just really I feel like now I do kind of have more time to focus on my channel and really like getting into creatively what I want my life to look like. I feel like spiritually with my religious life, with my religious values, I feel like I'm more on track, just because I'm not always, for one thing, I'm not on the go all the time right now. I just feel like I, for one thing, have a home base that I can come back to, that I can, read my word if I want to. I can, look things up, just kind of have that territory to evolve that way, and not be, even if I am going to church consistently, not be at a different church every Sunday. I don't feel like it's a bad thing to be at a different church every Sunday, but I do feel like you have to intentionally set aside that time, and not just maybe so happen to turn up at church, or maybe so happen to be flipping through cable and see Joel Osteen and count that as going to church. I don't believe in that. I think that you really do have to be intentional about your relationship with God, and that's just how I feel. So that was another thing. But yeah, I definitely feel very at home in my body, in my life, in my setting, my environment. Where I was at, I was subleasing before. So like the videos in my old place, I was subleasing, and I didn't feel, if my roommates were home, I felt awkward about filming. But yeah, my roommate now is one of my good friends, and she, I don't care what I do around her, or, and she doesn't care what she does around me or what I do around her. We're very comfortable with each other, and I feel very comfortable here. So that was something that was important to me, that I wasn't really, that I wasn't getting. And I just feel like overall, like I'm in a really nice place, and I am thinking about going back to school. So, life might get crazy again within the next couple of months, or a year from now. I don't know. But I do know that, this is something that I really have always wanted to do. And so here I am. I'm back. I hope you missed me. And I just wanted to come at you with a quick update. So you guys, please let me know if you have any comments or any questions, or if you have any ideas that you want to share with me even. I'm open to whatever, and I'm just really happy to be able to have content to share with you all again. I'm not gonna really hold myself to as harsh of a commitment, of a scheduled posting time. But I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here, and I'm not going anywhere. Thanks guys for watching.